What are the best movies Mortician has sampled? What's going on, guys? I am here today to just throw some films at you, some horror movies sampled by our favorite death grind band, Mortician. I'm gonna run through some albums. I'm gonna play some trailers in the background while we talk about them, and we're just gonna freeball it. You know, I love a lot of these movies. I own some of them. I'll show you a couple. And I used to own more, but I sold off my entire horror collection to someone who didn't pay me for it. Actually ripped me off big time. I had a giant green army duffel bag filled with Arrow releases, tons of horror movies. It was just gold, man, and I cannot believe I got rid of it. Idiot. Don't ever sell your collections of anything, guys. Hold on, you know? All right, let's get it going here. Starting up, first album. Here we go, guys. Mortician's Hacked Up for Barbecue. What are my favorite samples on this one? We are going to start with the movie Maniac, all right? This has always been one of my favorite horror movies. I even have a copy of it here. It's one of the few ones that I did hold on to and I didn't sell because I absolutely love this movie. It is so good. Exploitation horror, dude. This guy, it's Rocky's boss from the Rocky movies when he was a thug. But yeah, man, this guy, Joe Spinelli, I think his name is. Joe Spinell, something like that. Yeah, Joe Spinell. He goes around basically hunting women. He's like stalking and hunting women. And here's the trailer. I'll play this in the background while we're hanging out. And dude, like, as you can see, it is one of those, oh, look at Tom Savini there. Yeah, it is one of those classic just 80s horror movies. You've got to check this out if you've never heard it. It's sampled on the song Morbid Butchery on Hacked Up for Barbecue. So if you've never seen this movie, it is gruesome. It's a tough one. If you can't handle scalping, don't watch it, man, because quite a few women get scalped in this. So yeah, man, Maniac, sampled on Hacked Up for Barbecue. If you haven't seen that, highly recommend you do. It's one of my favorite movies that Mortician has sampled. Next movie sampled in Hacked Up for Barbecue I want to talk about is one of my all-time favorites, Phantasm, man. If you've never seen Phantasm, this is one of the trippiest, most far-out horror movies of all time. I am absolutely obsessed with it. This silver ball, and there's like a creepy mortician, pretty sure obviously where they probably get the name of their band, that tries to stalk and hunt this dude and his brother, and it's just a really creepy, atmospheric movie. It's got lots of cool action and stuff like that, and it's hard to really talk about Phantasm, you know, just in layman's terms, because it is, like I said, a far-out, psychedelic kind of horror movie. But if you've never seen it, man, it's a 10 out of 10. You gotta get hit, because it's just one of the best of the 80s, but also of all time. This is what they can't get right about horror movies nowadays, is like, they don't understand that they can be really far out and trippy, but still like have a point. I feel like movies like take like Longlegs or something like that. I watched that in theaters and I hated it, and they tried to be so far out and deep and shit, and it just didn't hit at all. But something like this, man, absolute killer. It's like I almost don't fully understand like the point and what they're trying to do, but it hits a different kind of feeling, just like more of like a visceral terror. It's more haunting, you know, and the atmosphere and everything, and the music, the soundtrack, it was so good. Just like, how do you even come up with this? The silver ball like drills into some dude's forehead at one point, and like ooze starts coming out. Super cool kills, awesome movie. So if you've never seen Phantasm, absolutely check it out. Next movie we are talking about on Hacked Up for Barbecue is Suspiria, and they are sampled on the song Witch's Coven. Great tune, definitely one of the best on the album. And goddamn, man, what an awesome movie this is. If you've never seen the original Suspiria, I'm not talking about the Smarty Pants remake, man, is this worth your time. God damn, do I love this movie. Dario Argento just kills anything he touches, right? All of his horror movies are top notch. If you haven't seen them, they're bright and like technicolored looking, and there's really nothing quite like a Dario Argento movie. They're trippy and psychedelic. Two things I love very much, especially when combined with horror. And yeah, you can kind of see the trailer in the background here. Absolutely worth your time and checking out if you haven't seen it. Side note, the soundtrack done by Claudio Simonetti, Goblin, but you know, Claudio Simonetti's Goblin, I got to see in concert a while back. I have the soundtrack to Demons sitting here, all right? Awesome movie as well. They played some songs from that. And also I have the Blue Underground version of Suspiria as well, this old DVD. Another thing I couldn't get rid of because I just love this movie so much. You know, awesome. I love these old DVDs too. Like, there's something very special about this and the format, you know, especially these Blue Underground. It's like, wouldn't even want it on Blu-ray. It's just something so cool about this version. But yeah, man, if you can see in the background, super trippy. Yeah, great stuff. Next up, we are talking Chainsaw Dismemberment, and here is a really far out there one. We are talking about the movie I Drink Your Blood. I used to have such a killer Grindhouse release of this, and I am bummed not to still own it. But goddamn, is this movie far out. Basically, an entire town, just like the sample says in the song, an entire town gets infected with rabies. Look at that, such a classic title card there. But an entire town gets infected with rabies, put in by this boy. So he puts them in the muffins. He gets them from a dog, and it basically turns everyone into zombies. He does it as some kind of trying to be good, you know, get revenge on bad guys type thing. Yeah, and he sells it to them as muffins or pies or something like that. I forget, but these hippies are terrorizing a town. And yeah, and then it just turns into a literal blood frenzy. So you see all this violence and action going around, you know, going on in the background here. Absolutely sick movie. Totally worth checking out if you have never seen it before. Very far out there, like I said. Are you noticing a trend with these movies? They're like super trippy. Mortician's got far out taste. I wonder if they're smoking dope or something, because good stuff. All right, next movie we're going to talk about on Chainsaw Dismemberment is Zombie 2, or Lucio Fulci Zombie. Man, you want to talk about crazy ass zombie movies? It does not get more underrated than, you know, Zombie 2. There was a scene in here where a zombie and a shark fight. How many movies can you say you've seen that in? This is a Lucio Fulci movie too, so you know that the gore is going to be over the top and superior. Crazy scenes, eyes getting gouged out, you know, awesome designs of all the zombies. You get that really iconic zombie shot that's on the cover of the movie, if you know what I'm talking about. It's used in that band Fulci's Tropical Sun album cover. Good album, actually, for a newer band. I like that one. I own it as well. Mortician did it here first with this movie. Super cool. As you can see, it takes place on an island. Summer zombie horror movie. Yeah, super good, you know, for a summertime watch, summer night. But yeah, always been one of my favorites. I love this movie. Had it since I was a kid. Again, used to own it. I'm kicking my own ass for not having it right now. But yeah, one of the best, I think, movies that Mortician sampled, and a true classic and staple in underground zombie movies. Next up, I kind of have to piss some people off with this one. I want to talk about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. This is not in my top 10. I actually want to give a dishonorable mention. I think this movie is overhyped. It's really dumb and over the top, and I can appreciate that aspect about it, where it's like, you know, so bad it's good. But it also does have like my favorite sample in any Mortician song, you know, with that, on the afternoon of August 18th, Sally Hardesty and her friends, or whatever it is, you know, however it goes, hacked up for barbecue. That's such an iconic classic sample. But I never did dig this movie too much, you know. I just thought it was kind of dumb. The dialogue's bad, and the whole scene where, you know, what's his name? The dude from Devil's Rejects is in there going, "You got mail, you got mail." I just fucking, like, I don't know. I can't really get behind it. But regardless, man, that's such a cold, awesome intro and such a perfect sample to the track, to the title track, that I kind of had to talk about it. So yeah, I'll mention it, but that's about as much as I have to say. Here we go. Now we're talking Mortician's House by the Cemetery, and here's one of my favorite movies sampled as well. I used to have an awesome release of this, but again, sold it. This is Driller Killer. If you've never seen this movie, basically a punk band moves downstairs from this artist and he can't focus. Long story short, it drives him insane. He grabs this drill and just goes on a rampage, and you hear the effects of that in the sample in the song when he is talking to a hobo. He basically is like, you know, he's already snapped at that point, and he ends up drilling in that dude's skull, and it's quite a crazy watch. This is an artsy movie. This is by Abel Ferrara, who's done some very like Kings of New York and some other like kind of far out movies, you know. Super interesting director. Miss 45 is another great movie by Abel Ferrara. But yeah, man, definitely one of my favorite movies Mortician sampled, and I always do like that. What you got? You having problems with your old lady, man? You know, or like whatever he says. Oh, worker man, fix it man. You know, it's such a great little sample that they choose to put in there. So yeah, man, if you've never seen Driller Killer, that is an absolutely stellar movie to watch. Go check that out. Next up on the song Gateways to Beyond, we have the movie The Beyond. Yeah, this movie is awesome, man. This is another Lucio Fulci, very far out, psychedelic horror movie. Man, does he love bringing eyes into his movie. That's such a recurring theme with him. Always freaky eyes stuff. But yeah, man, this is another zombie one. It's part of the Gates of Hell trilogy. My favorite house movie in this is City of the Living Dead. You should go check that out. But this is a great movie too. I think they sample City of the Living Dead, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Let me know below. But yeah, man, if you've never seen The Beyond, it's a great way to start checking out some of these movies. Yeah, super gross, grimy movie. Lots of scenes that'll make you wince, you know, like look at the, oh, more eyes stuff. Sorry you have to see this. But yeah, man, talk about full brutality. They don't make movies like that anymore. There's something about these old, like, grindhouse feeling movies that just hit so different, man. You know, between the colors in them and stuff like that. You really just wouldn't see something like this now. But yeah, awesome movie sampled by Mortician. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. All right, switching albums here. We are moving on to Reanimated Dead Flesh, and we are talking the movie American Werewolf in London. If you've never seen this, so underrated. If you're not into werewolf movies like I thought I wasn't, man, will this do the trick. This movie is absolutely sick, man. It is so good. It's funnier than you would think it is. It's like trippier. There's a soundtrack that's awesome. You know, I really love this movie, and I think it kind of gets slept on. I know everyone kind of does call it, you know, recognize it as a classic, but yeah, it's this really cool tale. This dude who gets bit by a werewolf, you know, and it's like there's like a great scene in a bar where they're talking about, like, you know, there's like pentagrams and stuff. It's awesome, man. It's a very atmospheric movie. It's funny. It's got a lot of charm, and there's great gore and effects, and the transformation scene is classic. So if you've never seen An American Werewolf in London, go check it out. Highly slept on. Goddamn, that's got to be my favorite Mortician album cover, by the way, the Reanimated Dead Flesh. Next up on the same album, we got to talk about, you know, what the whole album's based on. One of my favorite horror movies of all time, Reanimator. Man, if you have not seen Reanimator, ooh, you are in for a good one, dude. It is not your typical zombie movie, right? It almost feels like a Impaled album come to life. It's like a gore grind movie, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, Mortician used a great sample of them, so I had to include it here. This the second one is awesome too, Bride of Reanimator, also super good, but goddamn do I love these movies, man. This one is awesome. It's tense all the way through, so fast-paced, so killer, man. And there's so many twists and turns and shit you wouldn't see coming. It's bizarre, loaded with weird and like charming, good humor. But yeah, if you've never seen Reanimator, I would highly recommend you do so. It might be my favorite movie out of the bunch, out of everything that we've talked about today. And I also want to show you, you know, for Christmas, my wife got me the Reanimator soundtrack as well. Look at that. Sounds so good. Very cool. Why not flex this? When else do I get to talk about horror movie soundtracks and stuff? So yeah, I am a huge Reanimator fan. It is one of my favorites. Oh, look at what we got going on in the back. Dude's getting buck wild. But anyways, yeah, man, if you haven't checked that out, I think that does it for Reanimated Dead Flesh. But check out, obviously, the album, but check out the movie. Oh my God. So good. One of my favorites. Pieces. It's exactly what you think it is. From the song Human Puzzle on the album Darkest Day of Horror. Man, another great movie, grindhouse release. This is awesome. It's about basically a dude who is making a human puzzle, just like the Mortician song says. If you've never seen it, it's almost like a giallo movie, you know, like if you've ever seen one of those where it's like a mystery, you know, and people, like, there's a detective and girls get involved and stuff. It's very much that kind of thing. So if you've never seen Pieces, I highly recommend you do so. One of my favorites that Mortician has sampled and is very pleasing, visually pleasing to watch. Very cool movie. I'm happy it got a resurgence, and I've always been a big fan of it. So yeah, man, go check out Pieces. And also, of course, the most underrated Mortician album. I say this all the time, Darkest Day of Horror. Why do people hate this? I don't know. Title track is my favorite, and I think they sample Zombie too, so shout out that movie, the Lucio Fulci Zombie. Shout out that movie again. Go check it out. And listen to Darkest Day again. Oh, I hate the vocals. I hate the... You're wrong. It's an awesome... There are so many great... Audra, great track. So many great tracks on this one. Bloodseekers, right? That's on here. Yeah, Bloodseekers. Go check it out, man. Come on. Let's go. What are we talking about? Most slept on Mortician album right here. And that's going to be it for me, guys. All right, I just wanted to shout out those movies and talk about those albums because obviously I love the Tish and obviously I love horror movies. So hail to those. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. And fucking hey, have you seen these? Let me know. Let me know if you guys are fans. I'd love to know, what movies did I miss in this list? What am I being a poser about? Let me know down below. But hell yeah, man. Hail the Mortician. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.